Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you have been a subscriber from day one, welcome back. Today's story is an extension of my previous post, which was my vlog in South Carolina. If you have not yet watched that, you need to, so that it will bring some context to this particular video. So whilst in South Carolina, there were several hair-raising experiences that were not recorded on film, and I thought it was a good idea to share some of those with you guys. So here are some of the things that happened whilst I was in South Carolina that were not on film. My first hair-raising experience in South Carolina was realizing that drivers do not use their horns. Now, if you're a Jamaican driver, you know that that is weird. For the 2 weeks I was in South Carolina, guys, I can't recall hearing a horn once. And I said it to my friend, I'm like, you guys don't use your horns? And she said, no, we don't have to unless someone is in danger. And I'm like, well, then, in Jamaica, we use our horns as an extension of our voices. In Jamaica, we use our horns to ask for a space in the line, tell somebody that you're giving them a space in the line, tell somebody to move off the light. If you're a taxi man, you use your horn to get a passenger. We use our horns a lot. And thinking about it, I am so happy that I did not take up the offer to drive whilst I was visiting my friends, because I would have been on that horn and I would probably have gotten some disapproving looks. So, yeah, that was a big difference for me, guys. The discipline on the road, persons stayed in their lanes, they don't overtake if it's a no overtaking zone. It was refreshing, actually, quite refreshing. Another hair raising experience in South Carolina came on one of our many road trips. So, whilst we're driving and not talking, because whether or not you believe it, guys, I don't talk all the time. At one point, we're listening to the radio and I heard an Erica Badu song come on. And I said to my friend, Karen, it's what happened to Erica Badu? What is she doing with herself these days? Because she hasn't had an album in a long time. And my friend said, and I kid you not, she said, oh, Erica is making coochie candles. So I was like, what? So I went on Google, and I know that my friend wouldn't lie to me, but I thought there must be some evidence in the cosmos to support her suggestion. When I looked, lo and behold, there are coochie candles that Ms. Badu made. And apparently, when the site launched, the website launched, it crashed within minutes because there was overwhelming support. And I thought to myself, is this what creativity and innovation is? Another surprise for me was along the lines of food. Now, you would have seen the various types of food that I had in my vlog, but this one wasn't captured on film, but it surely had me laughing. So, as you guys realize by now, my friends have a food truck. Check them out on Instagram. Their handle is at Jamrock Jerk Spot. So, if you're in the Carolinas area, please follow their page and look out for where they'll be next. So, I asked both Karen and Horace, I said, guys, I know you're just starting out, but don't you want to have oxtail and curry goat on the menu? You're planning on putting those on? And they said, yes, man, we will eventually, but people in South Carolina don't really eat goat. Huh? In fact, they love goats so much, they have them as pets and use them in goat yoga. So I was like, huh? So again, I went on Google, check out some of the search results that are there now. Goat yoga. No, I'm convinced if I were in South Carolina for a couple more weeks, I would have tried this out. Yes, but it did not occur to me at all that having goats on your body while you do yoga was a thing. But hey, life is about learning and having new experiences, huh? So that's something I think I'll put on my to-do list. This other story, I thought initially would have been my Karen moment. And if you guys have not realized the irony of this situation, my friend's name is Karen, but she's the complete opposite of what a Karen is online nowadays. My Karen is a sweet person, yes? But this particular experience had me at one point thinking maybe I need to flip out my phone now because this person got progressively rude. So here's the interaction that happened. We were driving around as usual, getting various items ready for the food truck because, guys, believe it or not, a food truck is not just about having it nicely branded. It's not just about having the stove and the deep fryer and the oven in there. There are several other things that need to be on par for it to be passed and for it to be functional and operational. Yes. So we had to get our water testing strips, we had to get meat thermometers, several other things. So on one of our journeys in sourcing these various items, of course, we got hungry and we stopped at a Jamaican restaurant. Big up yourself. I remember having collard greens for the first time at that particular restaurant, and it was pretty tasty. So we're waiting. So we got into the parking lot and we're waiting for Horace to park the van. And whilst we were standing up outside before going into the restaurant, someone approached us and they said, "Hey, where are you guys from?" No, I've gotten used to hearing that question during my trip because I don't know about anyone else. But if I'm overseas, I try to speak Pato as much as possible. I try to remember my roots, try not to adapt too much to have persons understand me. They will understand, I'll try to slow down. So, of course, I would have heard the accent because we were having our own conversation. And they asked, "Where are you guys from?" So we were all dressed in our Jamrock Jerk Spot shirt. So we looked uniform. So I turned around slightly and said, "Hey, we're from Jamrock Jerk Spot. There's the information." And the person then goes, "Oh, well, are you effing hiring? Because I'm the effing bomb." And I was like, okay. I was, taken aback. And they're like, "So when are you guys starting?" So then I said, "We're gonna collect our truck the following week, next week. So we're not yet operational, but you can follow us on Instagram and you can send us an email, let us know what your experiences are." This person then proceeds to say, "Well, I ain't effing following you if you're not gonna effing give me a job. So F off." Okay, bye. And we went in the restaurant. No, I'm thinking about it again. This person may not have been so altogether upstairs, but I found it kind of surprising to believe that they thought being rude would have given them the opportunity to join the team. I mean, I know it's 2021 and persons want to be confident and be assertive, but being rude, especially to someone who could be your potential employer, and especially for someone who you've never met before, it will make no sense to me. So I was not impressed with that. So, no. Next, my final hair raising experience involved me almost becoming Mrs. John. I shouldn't laugh. Well, I can laugh now, but I was not laughing then. So, guys, the scenario is that we're at a restaurant slash bar. Sitting at the bar because we're not doing the knife and fork thing. So we're not seated at the regular tables. We're at the bar getting pizza. This guy and his friends that were there before we came decided that I was going to be the focus of his attention and apparent drunkenness. hey, where are you guys from? Now, I mentioned that this question was asked several times because, of course, Karen and I are having our conversation. He hears the accent and is curious. And of course, I mean, there's no harm in telling someone where you're from. So I answered and told him I'm visiting from Jamaica. He goes, oh, I love Jamaica. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to be back. And I felt good hearing that because I love hearing people speak nice things about Jamaica. But then I thought to myself that would have been the end of the conversation, but no. So boyfriend continues talking and asking questions about what it is that I've seen, what it is that I've done. And then the conversation moves into him wanting to recommend us, recommend a drink for us to try at the bar. And we're like, no, we're good. We don't want any more alcoholic drinks because we're going to be driving. We don't need that. Several miles to go. And then this is the part that got me. The man orders a drink, sips some of it, and then proceeds to push the glass to me to say, hey, have some. So I said, no, sir. No, thank you. We're having a global pandemic, guys. I am not drinking the mouth water genetic concoction of someone I don't know. I just thought it was really gross. So I said, no, no thanks. We're good. We're fine. And then he was drunk. And did I mention this was 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Like, who gets drunk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Oh, I know the answer to that. John does. John gets drunk at 4 in the afternoon. So, anyways, time is passing, and this man is inching closer to me, suggesting that I could visit him or he can visit me, and he will take me on a boat. And he has a son that I should meet, and we would probably all kick it off. And I'm like, kick off what? So we ordered some food to go. And because we had a long journey home, we took turns using the restrooms. So the chatting up about meeting son and going on boat slash yacht took place whilst my friend was in the restroom. And then when she came back, I was so happy to go. So I went, used the restroom, came back. Now, by this time, John realized that we're really not into the conversation. So he had then reshifted his focus back to his friends. So we waited a few minutes for our to go order to get to us. And we said, all right, now is the time to go. Now, based on how this bar was set up, we'd have to end up walking behind John and his friends to get to the door. So, not quite sneaking out, but walking with purpose, Karen and I are now leaving, and John grabs me on my hand and says, are you leaving me? Yes, leg on my hand. We're leaving. Goodbye. People still do that? Like, I know in Jamaica it's a thing, taxi men, bus men, loader man, love to grab on to people, but I did not expect that in the States. So we left after I wrenched my hand from John and said, yes, goodbye. And of course, my friend, being my friend, when we got home, told her husband, guess who almost found husband? And of course, ever so often, the question was asked, are you sure you don't want to give John a chance? Like, seriously? No. So, guys, those were some of the experiences that raised my hair whilst in South Carolina. I hope you enjoyed hearing about them. Comment and let me know what it is that you found surprising or entertaining or shocking about the experiences that I just shared. But That's it for today. So I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.